So I figured y'all would be interested in having this conversation because she's speaking specifically about hookup culture. So
Oh,
um, I'm gonna try to get to the more relevant parts. I haven't seen it yet, but the videos seem a little bit longer. Again, her name is Lynette Atkins. I like to give content creators their credit and their
I just feel like a
flowers.
lot of people in today's society kind of use sex to fill a void. And it's not to say like women can't enjoy sex. I just think that we've kind of been lied to believe that like as women, there's power in just sleeping with a million people, or there's power in being able to hook up with someone and be physically intimate and shut off the spiritual and emotional.
And let me
Video is
fast
going to
forward
be
it.
on a topic that I've honestly have been avoiding for so long. I don't know. I think that like as young women, especially like in America and just like in the Western world, we've just been lied to. Like, I think that our media exposes us to a lot of things that are not actually good for our psyche and has normalized a lot of things that I think honestly have caused a lot of harm emotionally to young women. For
Shout out to the super chats. I'm gonna read those shortly.
me personally, I have found on my journey as I've just become more conscious and aware of what's good for me, what's not, how can I become, my dream person, build my dream life, and have like healthy amazing relationships. There's a lot of things that I feel like I've been taught that I've really, really, really had to do the work to unlearn and to understand. And I really, really want to talk about this. I talk about this obviously a lot on my channel in different avenues, but I think when it comes to dating, it's something that for me has been a little bit of a rougher journey. And I just want to share with you guys some things that I have learned in my 25 years of living when it comes to dating, love life, hookup culture, sex, just all the things that I've been learning. And I'm gonna say I have been putting off making this video for so long just because I just don't want to come across as judgmental or like I'm on a high horse or I know more than anybody, because I definitely don't. Like all my videos, I will always tell you guys, I'm just sharing what I'm learning as I go, and the things that I believe to be true about the world are just a reflection of my own personal reality. So maybe some of this will align with you and resonate. What you disagree with, what you
I'm
agree
gonna
with in
fast
the
forward
comments
it.
down below. So that's like my little disclaimer. Culture is extremely damaging in this video. Okay. I think that honestly, hookup culture is extremely damaging to the spirit. Like, if I could go back in time and tell my younger self one thing, it would be, bitch, do not participate in hookup culture. It's not for you. I will tell you guys from personal experience, for the longest time, I thought hookup culture was just the norm. I just thought it was like everybody's doing this. This is what you do. Like, if you are like, yeah, there's some people who wait till marriage and maybe are a little bit like more sensitive and sex is just a bigger deal to them. But for so long, I was like, oh, sex is just something that should be celebrated, right? Like we are as women, I think now in like modern times, we're so sexually liberated and we celebrate that. And I think that's such an amazing thing. Like you guys, if you go on my Instagram, y'all know I think women should wear what they want. I feel like every woman should be doing what the fuck they want to be doing with their body. Let me just preface this by saying that.
Why you put your head down, Quentin? Why you put
I
your
don't,
head down,
I
Quentin?
don't,
Let
I
me
don't,
let me
I
make
don't,
a.
I don't.
I'm about to run to the back real quick, but Quentin, you got the floor.
I do not think at all that women should be able to do what they want. There should be some type of standard set by a male figure, the highest male figure in their life, and they need to follow that. Your daddy, your grandpa, your uncle, whatever preacher is the head of your church. But that's wild that there's things women just out here doing what they want.
This this is insane, man. So basically, this is damage control because she knew she was for the streets before, and she wants to get married, and now she wants to get married, and she don't want to. Oh my god, man, this is
Now, this is my
insane.
first time watching the video in the same time, same as y'all. So I'm seeing it for the first time like y'all are.
She
But it's been in
tripping,
my
man.
inbox for a long time, so I'm like, hey, what better time to talk about it than now?
She tripping, bro. Wow, she
All right,
tripping, man.
I'll play some more.
But I will say one thing that I wish that I could go back in time and tell my younger self is that hookup culture is not good for you. It's actually extremely damaging to your psyche, to your mental, to your spiritual well being as a woman. And I can't imagine this is probably the same for men, even though I think it's a little bit different. I think for most people, hookup culture is just, I don't know why it's so normalized. Like, I don't think that it's good for us. If you want to have a healthy dating life and attract like really true, deep, meaningful relationships into your life, I think one of the number one things that you can do, and if you just want to have a really healthy and loving relationship with yourself, I think one of the number one things that you could be doing is to be just a little bit more selective about who you allow into your space and who you allow into your body, like who you allow into your physical. Like, when you think about it, we are such divine beings. And I know that sounds like very woo woo to some people and like annoying, but like it's true. Like, we are all divine beings. And we, like, if you're very spiritually in tune with yourself, if you're very conscious, you may recognize that, like, even just some people being in your space, in your energy field, like when you're hanging out with people, like you can sense and feel that other person's energy, right?
Do y'all think she wrong?
No, she just took a long
She's
way to get to it. Um,
She has a
she's
therapist.
absolutely she's right about what she's saying, but it's just like, damn, why you ain't realized this 1,000 bodies ago?
it's
Shit.
after, yeah, right. That's why I said she's not wrong. It's just that it's after the fact.
Yeah, it's too late now.
Slimmy, move your camera over a little bit so you can be in the middle of the
It's
camera.
so weird, man. Like, I don't know. I have an anecdotal experience for all this to happen. It literally happened to me today. I went to a chiropractor and I was like, I know this dude from somewhere. Like, he looked real familiar. We did the whole thing and I left. And I got home and I'm like, I couldn't get him off. I gotta go see him again on Saturday. And I used to ride the bus with his wife. And I'm like, man, I don't know if I can go back. I don't know if I can go back.
What is wrong with
Of all of the things you could have possibly said, he said, I would have never guessed that shit.
Well, I didn't want to say nothing weird, but like you can draw whatever. I didn't want to. Yeah, we used to ride the bus together
Jesus
before we got
Christ.
cars.
Good God. All right,
but
let me play some more. Go ahead, Mister. What you about to say?
a lot of the a lot of the guys nowadays, like they like, well, the younger ones, they like girls with a lot of bodies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mm.
some nigga did
I
say he
be
needs
hearing
some
them say that.
experience.
I be hearing them
Oh no,
say that,
a
man.
lot of the dudes be. So remember how we were all talking and they were like, 2K was saying something about the whole face
Mhm.
on the that time. Like a lot of guys do think that women should have whole faces. So
No,
I don't, me personally, I don't get it. I can't, I'm not with it, but there are a lot of guys that are okay with that, especially the younger ones.
Mm.
and men and women shouldn't have whole faces. I mean, but it doesn't damage a man more if he does have one, but it definitely damages a woman because women
I
are
think
like
it damaged men
flowers.
too.
No, I
After
mean
Monday,
spiritually,
after Monday night,
spiritually.
I think it damages men too.
Yeah,
I think
spiritually, it definitely takes a toll on men.
after
Like multiple bodies.
200
After
bodies.
Yeah.
Monday night, listen, I don't think that it necessarily damages you physically unless you catch some shit that you can't get rid of.
Mm-hmm.
I think it damages your perspective towards people.
Yeah.
Cause spirit.
Any human beings, I think it exponentially damages women more. But I believe that it's almost like guys that had a negative experience with a woman. Like, it's a possibility he could never trust a woman again. Because, you know what I'm saying, if that woman had gave him a wild experience or some weird shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, just from observing a lot of women online and on social media, I have trust issues. And I don't
Why?
even think that is
Mm,
necessarily a trust issue. I just think that I'd be hard pressed to observe some of the shit that I hear women saying openly and wildly.
mm.
And I see motherfuckers getting me too'd and shit happening and lawsuits and shit. Like, Why wouldn't I have a trust? You know what I'm saying? Observe. I'm seeing this motherfucker catching the L and this nigga catching the L. And this when these women saying, hey, do this to the guys and all of this, or we don't fucking care about you. And why wouldn't I be a lot more mindful and cautious of what the fuck is happening out here?
But see, then I think it makes everybody jaded, right? Because a lot of the times I'll get people that'll tell me, I I like that you're nice, but I don't know if it's real because there are not a lot of people that are that nice, right? So then you have people like that, and then you have people, the women that won't talk to men because they think they're trying to game, so they don't like that they're acting a certain way. That's why some women are okay with talking to bad boys because at least they know they think the nice ones are trying to game them out of something. And it's just everybody because you're doing so much. Everybody is jaded. Nobody trusts anybody. Nobody wants
Mm.
to believe in you can't be real at all. So it's kind of like continuity when you talk about
I
being a
think
good
that
date.
there's good people. I do honestly think that there's good women and good people and people that have a good nature and a good energy about them. Um, but I think that is difficult to. I remember when I was on when me and Slimmy was on Clubhouse, and it was this one
Oh
chick,
shit.
and she was like a super feminist type chick, right?
Oh shit. I know exactly who the fuck you talking about. Damn, I forgot her name.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I forgot it. So, but yeah, yeah.
She was a super feminist type chick, but she was kind of fine though. Like she was fine as fuck. And she was in a particular state, and I'm not gonna say the state or none of that shit, but she was in a particular state. And the first time that I actually went down to Miami and I stayed down there, I had so much stuff because I knew that I was gonna be basically moving down there for the next 3, 4, 5 months. Like I had all kind of shit, computers, everything, right? And I knocked that shit out in a straight drive, and I didn't take no time, no stops, no nothing, right? So I got down there because I drove down there because I needed a car to be down there permanently. Um, and then I flew my wife and my daughter down there or whatever. And then the same thing on the way back, I flew them back and I drove home. Now, one of the things that I did on the way there and on the way back, and it worked like a charm in order to keep me from getting sleepy, is that I was online and I was playing Clubhouse. And what it allowed for me to do is to continue to engage in conversation, and I didn't get sleepy on the road. And it was this one earthy super chick. I ain't gonna say earthy, but she was like more of a feminist type of chick or whatever like that. And she hit me up on the side and she was like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You should make a detour. I'm like, a detour where? A detour over to my state and stop through and come holler at me, come see me. And I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought you was I thought you was a feminist. Like I thought you was all on this guy body fuck men shit and all of this. And she like, oh, and she like, yeah, but it's different. I'm like, fuck, no, I ain't stopping over there. You can forget it. Like, I don't trust you, and I'm not about to stop. I got a schedule to keep. I ain't got time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not about to make a detour all the way up through the Carolinas and shit like that to come and see you. Man, I'm going straight to the crib. I'm going from Miami to Detroit. I'm already hate the fact that I got to drive. So, you know what I'm saying? But that just tells me that who people are and what they present to themselves is not always what you're going to get.
Mm,
That right there showed
facts.
me that, man, that feminist shit, that God body, power, empower woman bullshit, that's all nonsense. I don't
There
believe
is
none of it, bro.
women
It's in that.
empowerment, and I keep telling women that and they hate when I say it, and I don't care. I've never seen women empowerment. I've seen maybe a couple of friends who empower each other. They just happen to be women,
Yeah.
but I've never seen women empowerment because if it's like a corporation of women, please.
The way women can empower each other is to encourage each other to stop having them whole phases and encourage each other to get married to good men. That's
I
women empowerment.
if they don't listen to that. I am
I
a
will
pick. I
I
don't know
will
what you about
I
that.
will say this too though. I will say this too though. When I told her no, that shit turned. That chick turned angry as fuck, bro.
Mm.
That's how I know. I was like, man, I don't trust nobody. Like when I said no, I'm like, nah, and I ain't even say it like mean either. I was just like, nah,
I can't do it.
like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even like where you get that from? Where you you thought that I was gonna drive like out the way? You know what I'm saying? To make a stop?
That's
What the fuck was that
that's
supposed to mean?
wild.
But I ain't say that. I ain't say what you thought that. I was just like, nah, you know what I'm saying? I can't even swing it. That ain't even me. You know, I ain't even playing that type of game. I ain't doing that. Yeah, she just turned mean and ugly and angry. And I was like,
That's what they do.
what the fuck? Like,
But
I
you
just
said that.
blocked I just blocked her completely. Like she couldn't contact me on Clubhouse or nothing. Like on don't DM me, don't do nothing. Don't fuck with me.
That was wise. That was very wise.
Yep,
I don't
because
take them type of chances, bro.
the fingers and shoot him in on club. I was like, yep, and he just out there.
But I'm telling you, it's some dudes that would have took that detour. I mean, she was bad as hell. Like I ain't even gonna front. She was bad. It's some dudes that'll crash out for that shit. I ain't them. Like
Yeah,
it ain't no shortage of box or nothing. Like I ain't about to crash out for no chick. Let me play a little bit more of this.
Right. And so I think the more that I've learned that on my journey, the more I've recognized that, like, okay, who I'm spending time with, just period, friends, family, this is it's important to kind of recognize like how people are affecting my energy, but also it's like having people in my space that affects how I feel as well. Like I don't just allow anybody to just come into my apartment and come hang out. And so as a woman, as I've started to get older, I've started to realize like why would I not have that same selectiveness with who I am intimate with? Like when you really, really, truly think about it, being intimate with someone in any way is like one of the most like that's one of the most like intense ways that you can connect with somebody. I think that if you allow the wrong person into your energy field, if you're intimate with the wrong person, or if you're just constantly being intimate with different people without actually really truly knowing them and feeling safe and comfortable with them, it can just really disrupt your system. I don't know, I just feel like the more you really fall in love with yourself, the more you kind of are just seeing your body as the temple that it is. And I think that as women, especially, this is my theory, okay? I think that in the Western world, sex has become so, so, so normalized because men benefit from women thinking that we are liberated and free by just sleeping with anybody. And so it just makes it
Do you think that men benefit from women being liberated sexually?
yes,
No,
Yeah,
no.
I do.
Ooh, lots of different
Yeah,
perspectives. I'm
I do.
curious. Well, hold
No.
on. I want to hear Mika first. Mika, why do you say no?
no. I say men benefit.
Oh, okay. Why do you say men benefit? No, we
Because
didn't
they
get to Amanda Seals yet either, Frank G's, but go ahead,
get free,
Mika.
get free access to, as you call it, box. They get free access to it. They don't have to,
Why you say as I call it?
because that's what
Free
you.
bots.
Yeah, they get access to it like for nothing, and that to me that defeats the purpose. And then like it's it brings like a new meaning to getting the cow and all that for free or whatever. Because at
Mhm.
the end of the day, a lot of men will trade their resources for a certain type of woman for to have that box for life or whatever, right? Have children with her, whatever. But if you're gonna give up your womb for free, if you're giving, you know, if you're dating tons of men and you're giving it up for free, there's no incentive to do anything else. I can just do that because I get everything else.
Mm.
Yeah, but the problem with women being sexually liberated is that once you get to this woman, she is not whole. She's had too many men. She's dealt with too many men, and she has all these spirits in her. She it's gonna be hard for her to be a good woman to one man now. That's the problem with a woman being sexually liberated because she didn't been through so many things. Once you got so many spirit ties, you could be sleeping with bad spirits. So like when you have all these bodies, like you, it could really probably mess with you mentally and spiritually. So it's
Quentin,
not
what's
really
the
good.
problem, Quentin? Why is Quentin
We
putting his head over his head?
we had this conversation like 2 weeks ago, talking about spirit ties, and when you have sex with a one dude and you have sex with another dude, you look like the other dude, even though it's the other dude's baby because those
You
spirit
don't
ties.
believe in that, Quentin?
No, no, I think that no,
You
Oh
don't believe in
my
that? Wait, wait,
God,
wait.
you
Not
nuts, Quentin.
not a lookalike thing might be
nigga, my
extreme.
kid don't look like no other nigga.
No. I don't. Now the lookalike shit going too far. But a spirit tie, I think that's pretty much a real thing, man. I think that's a
It is,
real thing.
that is a real thing because
Yeah.
you do have to remember. You do have to remember, like your body holds water. It remembers, especially if you are very spiritual. It remembers. So you got to think anything that person is doing and going through. Like energy is a real transparent. Whether you
Right.
are
Yeah. I agree.
that is a principle of the universe. Energy transfers. Period.
Especially if you shoot up the club. Now she got your DNA completely. She completely has your
I think
DNA.
the girl was trying to say because women, if you allow different men to shoot it up, your body does hold on to DNA.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you notice the DNA office only says 9999999.9.
No, I didn't even peep that.
It's a reason for that
I'm
because
gonna have to read up.
I
there's
have
no
to.
100%. You've never
Yes,
seen
I
a
was.
100 ever,
Yeah,
Mm.
and
you're
you're
right.
not going to ever.
I don't know why Quentin don't believe in soul ties.
I just like I'm not like a earthy spiritual energy. I'm not that kind of dude. I'm just like the shit
You know
is
how
what
I
it
know
is.
you know how I know you are?
Why?
Because you was connected to your baby mama.
What do you mean? Which one?
You couldn't let her go. The one that you was telling us about, the one that you was so obsessed with that you still tried to make it work with, even after she disappointed you.
No, that was the one who busted a nut on the tattoo. That was a different one. She wasn't my baby mama. She wasn't my baby mama.
But that's even worse.
What are you talking about?
Because she wasn't even your baby mama, but it was a reason why you were so obsessed with her and connected with her.
Oh, that was my first love. That's all that was. I was young and dumb. That don't no that don't
No,
mean nothing.
right? Energy. That's all energy.
She reared her other ugly head in my life 2 days ago too.
See, listen, think about it.
It's
Quentin
her.
been obsessing over this chick for more than a decade.
No, I
Oh
haven't.
shit.
Why? I don't know why my friends like. I don't care. I guess she's having her fourth baby, and
Look,
they're
see?
like, Angela's pregnant again. I was like, nigga, I don't give a fuck.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And they know that you do, and that's one of the reasons why they keep bringing it up. I don't
No,
believe that y'all don't. I can't believe that you don't believe that, Quentin.
no, I don't.
Yeah.
That's
So
weird. I
yeah,
was thinking
energy.
about this the other day. Like, I was just, I don't know what made it come up, and I was like, there's just women out in the world that I've had sex with, and I just don't talk to no more. I think that's weird.
Yeah, but I mean that's one thing. I think that there are situations where people would just like tap it and just get what I'm saying, get gone. But there are other situations. Think about it. How do dudes that wind up just hitting a chick that was supposed to just hit a chick, then she wind up becoming a permanent side chick for a long time? How does that happen?
I
That's a
don't know.
connection.
I tend to think that women are better people than they are. And I'm just now coming around the last 3 or 4 years to realize that women aren't sugar and spice and everything nice type of girl. You know what I mean? Like like I give them too much credit. Like I haven't seen this girl since like the third grade. She got on Facebook. We started texting, and the first time I saw her, I was already. And she was like, "You want to go to my room?" I'm like, "Nigga, what's going on? Nigga, I ain't seen you since the third grade. Why we going to the room for?"
But that's the
It's
thing.
like
I
in
don't
my
understand.
mind, like women are better than that, but I guess not.
I don't understand how women can be like, it's okay to sleep with tons of men, but you draw the line at making a sandwich.
That's very true. That is so real. That is some real ass shit right there.
It just boils.
Yeah, that's
I'm like, wait
wild.
a minute. You're okay with taking tons of D, but I'd be damned if I make a sandwich.
My
That's ill. That's
I have a
demented.
friend that said that she'll fuck a dude before she kisses him because kissing's so intimate. I'm like,
No, I heard that before too.
that's fucking
That
weird
that
as fuck.
that's
No, that they say
that's
that all the time. I've heard that before
oh, that's
too.
so
That's
strange.
fucking
That is
weird.
so strange, man.
I get how kissing is intimate, but nigga, just don't do either, nigga. That's just weird though.
I
Yeah.
So
I just
strange.
couldn't. I can't. I don't know. Like I understand that people can, have a connection and maybe fall out of the connection, but just to not have a connection at all and sleep with a bunch of men, I couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I learned my lesson that like I have to have something. I can't just be like I'm probably shouldn't say this because niggas is gonna judge. I can't just like just like knock down a chick like just like oh you cute I'm cute let's knock it down. I gotta be somewhere in my head to get this to the end.
No, Quentin, I don't think that you're wrong on that. I agree with you 100%. I can't do that
Yeah,
either.
you
I
better
gotta
learn
like
these
you. I
women.
gotta like you a little bit, nigga.
Yeah, I think it's weird how I see niggas just that be seeing it through and they have no knowledge of the chick or no connection. It's just like, damn, bro. Like, I mean, I understand it when you're younger and you don't know no better and shit. But once you get to a certain age, bro, and you get a little bit older, it's like when you know better, like, fuck, bro.
Mm.
Like, nah, not her. Nah, I'm good. I'm straight,
Yeah.
bro.
Plus you could take these women out. You
No.
see how they move in public, man.
Yeah,
You just watch them. I just watch them sometimes. I'm like, how does he operate with other men when other men is there? How does he introduce you to other men? You know what I'm saying? You
yeah,
you gotta vet them out. Sometimes, man, like you could tell that she for the streets just by
yeah.
certain interactions. You know
I
what I'm
mean, I
saying?
wouldn't
Sometimes
even
you
want to
could
put the
tell.
effort in, bro. Like, just knocking a chick down, like, to put the effort into a chick that you don't even like, fuck that. I'm straight, bro. It's just not a thing to me.
Yeah,
I
man.
couldn't do it. So I
So
don't know.
I know that. Why do
You said what, Mika?
like why do y'all
What'd you
waste
say,
y'all time?
Mika?
Why do y'all waste y'all time with chicks? Why do y'all waste your time with chicks you don't even like?
Oh, I don't. I wouldn't. I'm speaking hypothetically, but
No, I
I'm
don't.
speaking to Quentin's
Mm-mm,
point,
Mm.
mm-mm.
where Quentin said that he couldn't rock out with a chick just knocking her down, and he don't really know nothing about her. I was agreeing with him in that. You know what I'm saying? Like that wouldn't even be a thing for me.
Hmm.
So
Yeah,
I
no,
always
Ken
wondered
G,
that.
Ken J, it ain't no cap. This ain't no cap.
that's because Ken J
Everybody,
is
some dudes got
Ken
discipline.
J be off, bro. Like some dudes, look, man, when you get to a certain point in life, bro, I've seen so many twerk videos. There's so many fucking twerk videos that shit is not even it. Like I scroll right past that shit now because it's just not even amusing. Like it don't mean nothing. It's like yeah, another one. Yeah, another one. Another like that shit is not impressive. You know what I'm saying? And so once you get so used to certain things and you see life and you get different experiences and different cultural experiences and stuff like that, certain shit just don't impress you no more. You know what it
That's
reminds me of? You know what it reminds me of, Slimmy? When I see motherfuckers with big chains on, right? When I see them with the diamond chains on, right? It's like, yeah, he might have paid a bunch of money, but I'm just not into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen every and which type of chain you can ever think of. I'm not into it.
Yep.
It just don't impress me. Now the stuff that impressed me is a rare watch that you probably can't find. That's probably one of my Grail watches. With a and it's a Petite Philippe with a leather band on it. It's so sick, bro. And I'm on a hunt for that watch. Now, if I see that rare watch, I'm like, man, I'm willing to overpay a little bit more because it's just one of my Grail watches that I just think is just so well made and the movement of it and the history and the significance behind it and all of that stuff. That's more meaningful to me. But if I just see a fucking bust down watch, shit kind of like costume jewelry to me now because I've seen 1,000 of them over the last decade and a half. Like that's all people been wearing is a bunch of
Mhm.
bust down watches. And so when you've seen it all, you just developed a different taste for certain things. You know what I'm saying? I,
I remember you was talking about them watches on Clubhouse. I was talking for you was talking with the one dude about them for like an hour.
yeah, and
I got I
I've been on the same thing for years. Like I've been doing the same thing for years, bro. And I'm not knocking nobody that want to get a bust down watch. Like that's their thing. But I seen a lot of these NFL players, for example, walk across the stage for the NFL draft today, and they younger, and so they don't know no better. So a lot of them had chains on.
oh they
You know what I'm saying?
gaudy
And that's their thing because they
they
not
gaudy
used to
joint.
that. Yeah, they not used to it. So it's just a different experience. And I guess once you experience certain things or you got access to certain things, it just may not impress you anymore. Like
Yeah.
I'd rather have a chick around me that got the right mindset than a chick that want to twerk all the time. And I'm like, damn, like she just young as fuck. All she want to do is twerk. I want to be around somebody that actually could, you know what I'm saying? That got good conversation and shit. Like that shit is more of a turn on to me than somebody that's just twerking. Like that don't impress me.
Yeah, I like a woman that can teach me something, honestly. For real. Like if I could
Yeah.
learn from you and you can learn from me, like we can go places. Like for real. But
Yeah.
if I'm just gonna fuck on you, no, I don't be lying. Shut up, Smitty. No, if I'm just gonna fuck on you, then I can't really go
But
nowhere
you
with you.
Easier for men to access women and take advantage of women. And it's not to say like women can't enjoy sex. I just think that we've kind of been lied to believe that like as women, there's power in just sleeping with a million people, or there's power in being able to hook up with someone and be physically intimate and shut off the spiritual and emotional side of yourself just to gain physical pleasure. I think that that's a lie that we've been told, especially like in the Black community. Like when you look at like our rappers and just the women who they make famous, I think that Black women tend to just be hypersexualized so much more than white women in the media. I just feel like a lot of people in today's society kind of use sex to fill a void. And so a lot of people go and seek this like lustful, like getting their I think there's a huge difference between getting your physical needs met with just anybody or just someone who kind of fits the bill, whatever, versus like actually participating in sex in like a loving way with someone that you actually feel emotionally safe with, that has actually given you the things that you need to just feel emotionally connected with them. Like I think there's a huge difference between those two things. So like again, I don't think that sex is just like a bad thing. I don't think that you have to like wait till marriage or whatever. Like I just think that at the end of the day, if you're participating in hookup culture in a way that's just like, oh, I need to get my physical needs met, then 9 times out of 10, it's because there's some kind of void that you are not filling with yourself emotionally. You don't.
We'll stop it there. Any final thoughts on this chick?
She's not
She
wrong.
Uh,
she definitely she's a therapist. This is like all therapy talk. That's what I think.
Hmm.
I mean, like I said, I still think like she waited too long to realize it. Like, ain't no telling how many bodies she went through. Like, cause obviously, like she's really like confessing in a way. She feels damaged. You could tell. She's
Hmm.
actually saying it. She feel damaged, and like it is what it is.
Hmm.
Like she waited too long, man.
Would you mess with her, Quentin?
Her?
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hmm.
She's cute.
She
She's
definitely nice looking,
she
but
seems
somebody
she
somebody earlier said she got AI lips.
That's so he said, "What's up with the lips?"
y'all
Yeah, they
niggas.
was talking about her lips, man. I don't know what they talking about, man. She all
They
right.
talk about everybody, bro.
She
Somebody
all
said
right,
she
man.
all light skinned people with curly hair, not because
I love light skinned and I love dark black curly hair. I
they're
love
like
that
just
shit.
'cause- no, just because
I,
she
li-
has
I
curly.
like women of all shades, man. She's a nice looking woman.
Yeah, she
She
is.
just she just for the streets. That's all. It's all good.
I like all
Somebody will
women,
pick
but
her.
this is preferred.
Mm.
What's preferred, Quentin?
A light skinned black woman.
Really?
Yep, that's what I prefer. The chick down the one I met in third grade, I want her to be the one so bad, and she won't do it. Like she too like
What do you mean
traumatized.
you want her to be the one? I don't
She's
understand that.
because she got everything is fine with her, but her like she can't get over just like I guess all her soul
Got you,
ties, all
son.
the other niggas that ran through her. she can't get over it. She can't get past it. She always bringing up her past. She's like, I know you're this, but this guy, and I'm just like, she's so
Damn.
beautiful. She's so beautiful, and she's great.
Damn, Quentin, you obsessed with this chick, bro.
No, I'm not. I just like, nigga, if you can stop putting your old experiences on me, then we can move forward. But I could attempt to
Wait.
change her and move forward, but I'm not that kind of guy. I went through some classes back in the day,
I'm
court
sorry.
ordered. I said I went to some classes, some court ordered classes back in the day about relationships. And that's one of the things that I learned. Is the chick said,
You went through some court order classes?
mhm.
What? What's wrong with you?
I learned a lot.
Quentin being held accountable by the law.
Dude, I learned one good thing. It was the best thing ever that I've ever learned about communication. They had two people sit back to back and gave both people the exact set of building blocks, and they said, "You tell this person how to build what you're building, and no one could do it. No matter."
That's
And
tough.
they were just trying to tell you like how you hear stuff different. Like you think you said it this way, and the other person hears it different, and no one could build the same thing. It didn't happen.
Hey, Quentin proving that he really did go to them classes on the law.
Yeah, listen. Well, then they said most people get like 80% of the person they want, and then they trying to change them to the 20%. And she was like, "No, I'll take a motherfucker for what they are, and either you don't like it or you don't." So,
Quentin had to
Yeah.
go to court order classes. Jesus Christ.
nigga, I had to sign my little certificate and turn it into the judge when I was done.
What did you have these classes for?
That's what I asked. You said
Next question.
that's what I'm looking at.
Oh, okay.